You know, like how Michael Jordan is important to the Bulls and stuff because he like makes that team matter. Imagine like the reverse power of that effect of what Michael Jordan has on teams. Like that's Iron Fist.
Uh,
Podcast and stuff, son.
yeah. Kaiser Sobers, another edition.
Another one.
28, I
Yeah.
think.
28, son. 28th anniversary? Oh, it's too early. It's too early?
Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. Dude, so, you saw the Defenders.
I just saw all 8 episodes in one day like a fucking madman. I never do that shit. I don't watch. There's days where I don't even watch TV. So to watch 8 hours, it definitely was a bit tough. Should I go right into it? Because you didn't see anything. Well, you saw some
I saw
stuff.
like 20 minutes, and that's probably all.
That's all you could take? Is that it? 20 minutes?
I don't know. Just not interested in it overall.
All right, so I guess I gotta carry the cross here. Uh,
You
Um,
like these shows? I don't. They're not very special.
you didn't like any
Most
of
of
the
them
earlier
don't end up
ones?
being.
Never the Daredevil?
Daredevil's hot.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else is.
Um, so my thing was like Daredevil. I don't know if you hear any of that dog stuff. If you do, my bad. But I mean, okay, so yeah, my thing when this was all first announced, it did sound like a great idea, and then Iron Fist happened. You know what I mean? And that shifted the world, unfortunately. Um, what the fuck, man? How you calling me? Let me turn off my phone real quick. But these dogs is way distracting.
You got the dogs in the
I know,
house.
like you got
Rough
come
riders and
on. Yeah, like,
motorcycles.
yo, on the right, so on the real, you look all of you come here. Anyway, yo, on the real,
The
I was
dog was
driving.
fair.
I was
The
driving the
dog
other
was
day.
fair.
This is more interesting than Defenders. I was driving the other day on the highway, and 5, maybe 6 bikes, and then some other thing that I guess is a vehicle you get when you're around a bike gang or something. This is weird. I don't even know what you would call this. It had like 2 wheels in the front, 1 wheel in
Yeah,
the
it's probably
back.
like one of the Raptor or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So
Tricycles.
I'm riding,
Trikes.
and they all pass by me to my left. Where they going faster, and they all had R's on their back, and I was like, no
Yeah.
way! In the Rough Rider logo and everything, you know,
Dude,
the Rough Rider
you gotta
font.
watch out. Watch out.
I was like, I can't
Be
believe it.
careful.
I didn't know we had Rough Riders. I'm telling you, this city. I
It's
feel
not a
like
coincidence.
every month more and more gangsterdom.
Shout out to Duke Money. Shout out to Duke,
All right, but
whoever he is.
now that the dogs calm down,
Look, I saw an hour of that Defender.
you
I
saw
saw
an hour.
almost a whole. I saw like a whole episode, whatever that is,
All right,
and
I
I
just want
wasn't
to
really
say
paying
real
attention
quick,
to it. I wasn't
spoilers.
really paying attention to it.
Spoilers. Not what he's gonna say, but when I start talking, there will be a lot of spoilers. So you ain't see that
But
shit.
from what I
Stop
visually
watching.
saw,
All right, keep going.
I just was just like this. Just nope. No, I only got interested when any time I saw Daredevil. It was the only time I was
Oh, he
interested.
hasn't put on that costume either for a minute too. So it's like,
I saw him look at it. He was getting all angry. I was like, yeah, I like Daredevil. But the rest of this,
they have a Punisher trailer at
Sigourney
the
Weaver
end.
bloodbaths. I don't know what was going on.
There's a Punisher trailer at the end if you wanna Like you can just go to the episode list if you want to watch
Oh
Punisher's
yeah,
really.
yeah, yeah. I'll definitely watch that.
All he's just kind of like hammering like cement like really hard. He's hammering it really hard as like all
It's
these
just like a
memories.
teaser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and all these memories are coming to him, family and all that shit. And then
Hmm.
he leaves and you see the Punisher symbol, you know?
Hopefully they don't check that up.
Yeah, my guess is there's no announcement, but my guess is that's gonna be fall. So this show, the simple summary for this show is it's alright. That's it. Like it's not like I'm sure. I mean, we weren't doing podcasts then, but you yourself probably remember me talking about yo Daredevil was amazing and season 2 this, Punisher that, and Jessica Jones. But after that, it gets less and less. Like um, yeah, it's just not a. It to me. I don't know if it's a It's one of these things. Either it's no longer must see TV and they're slacking, which could be a part of it. Um, Part of it might be too they've raised the bar so high that what was once like oh ooh and ah for TV is no longer that. Now it's just normal. Been there, done that with your last show. Um, it just doesn't feel. And then okay, they did the same thing. This is why I was saying like I hated Cage more once I saw Iron Fist. They did the same thing in this show that they do the bad guy flip. Where
Yeah.
episode 6, they're like, "Ha, you thought it was Sigourney Weaver, but it's not." Like I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like how many times are we gonna do this?" Like, and it's not even cool. It's just Elektra again. I'm like, like we did that, or that was just as whack as Avengers 1, where it's like, "Yo, Thor bodied Loki by himself. Why he need 4 more people to body him harder?" Like that's just
Yeah.
kind of whack. Like I need something new. Um, the Hand, oh my gosh. The Hand as a bad guy. I pray that this is the last we see of them. All
No, man.
5 leaders of the Hand, right? So I guess the old Chinese lady, Madame Dao, if you remember her, because she's in Daredevil a bit. You remember her?
Yeah.
So it's old lady, right? These are the 5 leaders. Old lady, and then
The
that's all.
heroin lady,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. All you're gonna know is
Yeah.
her, because I guess based on what you've seen, that's all you're gonna know. Then they have the member from Iron Fist, which no one wants to see that guy. So the guy from the Iron Fist TV show is in there. Um, and then they have a Japanese man who I don't think he was in any of these before, but maybe he was. If he was, it was a very small role. He's actually real good. He's the best. And it's the second time I've seen this year. Ghost in the Shell started this, but he speaks entirely in Japanese, and all his members speak to him back in English. And I think it
Hmm.
really works well. And I feel like we might be. So far, I've only seen it in like comic booky shows or if anime, if you count Ghost in the Shell. But like, I have not seen that in normal movies. But I feel like I wonder if we could be entering a new era of film where we do that. Like, it's just yo, you Italian? Just speak Italian, dog. I'm gonna speak English. And again, in both shows, it makes sense. Ghost in the Shell has robots. Here we have immortal. Like the whole Hand is immortal, so they've studied everything, So they just understand Japanese, so they can just. It kind of makes more sense in this context versus had it been a
I
normal
guess.
story. But
Yeah.
yeah. So that guy was a G. I actually like. I thought he was actually like one of the best actors on this show. That guy. He was always angry at shit because Sigourney Weaver is the leader, of course. Um, and
What do
then
they want? What are they trying to do? What's going
they
on in
they
this?
want to be they okay. Here's where you're not gonna like it. So the Hand is immortal. Everybody knows this, but they use the juice. They use the special sauce to be immortal. So they gotta you gotta dip the body in the sauce, and they out of sauce. So
Is
they
it literally sauce? Like,
it's not. I'm just making fun. It's the
is that gonna
substance.
fool him?
It's the substance. We
What do
out.
they have? They have to dip themselves in it?
Yeah, like you just dip that dead body in it, and so they use the last of it on Elektra. But and Sigourney Weaver used the last of it on Elektra. The rest of
What
it,
is the origin of the sauce?
oh well, you don't find out that to the last episode. All they know is like, yo, man, we got to get back to Kunlun, Iron Fist's
Wait,
world,
well,
which no one wants to go
that's
back
where the
to
sauce was made.
anything involving Iron Fist. But
That's where the Trader Joe's is that has the sauce is in the other
well, guess
dimension.
what? And again, like everything involving Iron Fist is just like a disappointing dick tease. So when they do at the end, when they do get to the area with the special sauce, it's actually the inside of a dragon. Maybe it's dragon bones they're melting or whatever. That's probably what it is. We know what's funny that reminds me of everything always goes back to Drink Champs.
I
Uh,
mean, it's a comic book. I'm not upset that that's
well, no, I'll
part of
get
the
to why,
plot.
but no, on Drink Champs, Noriega drinks Tiger Bone, which I think is like some type of alcohol that rich people drink, but made from tiger bones. So that's kind of the substance here, but it's made from dragon bones, right? So, however, again, like anytime you get to anything cool involving Iron Fist lore, it's always like, all right, there's a dragon bones, fossil remains, but it's never the dragon, you know? It's never the cool thing, you know? It's always like the idea of it in anything pertaining to Iron Fist, you know?
Hmm.
Um, dude, like, yeah, and like he's probably the weakest. Had this show not been on here, had that guy not been here, man, it'd be that guy sucks, man. That guy, everything involving Iron Fist sucks a lot. Like a lot of his fight
Jeez.
scenes just have like cuts, and they just he's a shitty martial artist. Like he brings by them bringing him to like I guess for the Netflix shows they brought Iron Fist down to the level of the other three. But now he sucks because Daredevil's power is he's Muhammad Ali, so he just takes a beating. And Jessica and Cage always use their powers all the time because they're just strong people who don't give a fuck. But Iron Fist is a fighting game character who has meter, and he has to, do enough kicks and punches so that he can um, use a one glowing fist, like.
Yeah,
And then also you can
I
argue
saw it. I saw it in the beginning.
you can also argue when he meditates, that's the equivalent of a Dragon Ball Z game when they charge up, like to build meter.
Is that is that all he does for his powers? Is the glowing fist? Is that
That's
all you
it.
see him
He doesn't
show?
even do Shockwave, which he did in his show, and he only did it at episode 13, the final episode. But yeah, he doesn't even do Shockwave. Like he just whack because all he does is get his ass beat in disappointing manner and then when he charges up, like fist, and then that's it. It's just like, and it's so whack, dude. Like he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be on the like. I was telling my friend maybe they should have chosen someone like Moon Knight or something like just people who punch and kick are the only people.
Wow.
That's it. Like, cause that's this type of show they want. Just people who punch and kick. So now you have
Well,
this idiot.
why did they have to unite? Who would they fight that we
Oh,
need all
all
four of
right. So
them?
you gonna like this? So Cage, he was in jail, of course. Every Cage
Keeping the black
story
man
starts
down.
with yeah. So Cage went
Keeping the
back
black man down.
to finish serving his sentence, right? And
Isn't
like
he a superhero?
yeah, but he's trying to do things the right way, so he didn't break out or nothing.
The mayor didn't pardon him? No.
Nah, son.
Okay. Damn.
Like-
Damn. Very well.
Plus, he's a hero of Harlem, but for the purposes of this show, like all that jail stuff happened in like another state, so he's serving it like I don't know, North Carolina or some shit. Like
Oh man.
mayor can't pardon shit. But
All right.
yeah, so he gets back to
Jeez.
Harlem. Gangsters still being gangster. He don't like that shit. He starts investigating. Um, he's trying to save like the young
What's
children
there
of
to
Harlem.
investigate? It's Harlem.
He's trying to save the young children of Harlem. Because well, oh yeah, so one of the members of the hand is Sawara. He's the African descendant, but like Africa, like actual African, not like from like America. But
Yeah.
he's the African representative. So of course he's doing his business in Harlem, of course. Like his name's Whitehead, which I wouldn't be surprised is another descendant of that whole Cottonmouth family, like all the Snake crew.
The snakes. Yeah.
Of course he has no power outside of the fact that he's the hand and immortal. But yeah, no powers. So another disappointing gangster. He has no real story. Like a lot of them don't really have backstory, but like Sigourney Weaver and stuff. But yeah, anyway, so Cage is investigating that shit, and Iron Fist, he's traveling the world trying to like find Kun Lin and trying to get the hand, but somebody tells him go back to New York. So they stumble onto each other and they fight. They fight for 3 minutes, and Iron Fist builds up enough meter to punch him in the face, and Cage gets like wrecked in the face. But the first 3 minutes, is Cage like, please, like stop. So he just throws him away. He's like trying to like continue on with his research or whatever, or like, and Iron Fist just keeps like throwing useless punches and kicks at him. It's pretty like kind of a joke of a fight. And then Daredevil meets Jessica when she gets arrested. And he just sneaks his way into being her lawyer.
So why do they ultimately unite?
Clara calls. They met each other, but Clara, the night nurse, or Rosario Dawson,
Yeah.
she I think she's talking to Cage and like, yo, I met this boy with the glowy fist, and like, oh, I know him. So they call each other. She forces them together.
She obviously knows Daredevil.
And okay, the other four end up in but they don't. She only calls them two. And then this is where the show got scary for a minute. Iron Fist is like, yo, maybe they right. Maybe I need to do this fight another way. So he walks into the Hands like corporate building, because that's how gangsters roll. So he walks into the Hands corporate building, but in a suit. He puts on a suit, and I got scared because I thought there was going to be more business meetings. But he walks in, and he's like straight up telling everybody, like, yo, man, it's like Sigourney Weaver and her crew. I'm the Iron Fist, but I'm going to do this the right way. And I'm gonna like arrest y'all, and like he's gonna do it the correct way. And Sigourney Weaver's crew laugh, and they start pulling out guns and shit, and they start like, and then Iron Fist is he's maybe getting a bit handed to him because he sucks, and then the wall breaks, and who is it but Cage? Cage breaks through the wall, and then he starts helping him out, and then I don't remember. Somehow Jessica and Daredevil get in there. Maybe they were following each other or something. That's probably what happened. But and then Daredevil's like, yo, I hear a ruckus upstairs, and they go upstairs. He borrows her scarf, and that's where you see that scene where he looks like Iron Fist.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's how they kind of like first start the uniting is in that scene. So.
Okay. So what's good with it? What's good about the show?
Well, I'm not done with the bad. Yo, so the Hand like these people, like the Hand is just a bunch of actors, man, and like I don't know how accurate the Hand is to the comic part, but if they are, man, they should have picked somebody cool, man, because when you get like Sigourney Weaver, like I knew right away, like, well, she's not gonna fight. She has like maybe like a 3-second Aikido scene, like teaching Elektra shit, but other than that,
there's just not enough good action scenes in this.
No, I'm just saying, like these are like dumbass bad guys. Like this is. Like this is very much Avengers 1, very much Suicide Squad. This is probably Avengers 1. Let's stay with that because Avengers 1 has Loki, but Loki's a bad guy who can't fight, so he gets crap to happen. What is he? So he gets the Kree, right? That's the Kree Empire or some shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, but he gets the Kree Empire, aka randoms. So you got the Hand, aka 5 people who can sort of act, and what do they have at their disposal? Endless amounts of randoms. Yeah, so it's just like this. It doesn't mean nothing. And then episode 6, Elektra is a goon herself, but she starts to get more of her memory, and she's like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't listening to no Ripley. It's fucking 25 years. I ain't got. I seen Alien Covenant. Like you ain't even part of the franchise no more. So she just slices her neck and cuts the head off. Because that's how you kill the Immortals. You gotta cut their heads off, like for good. But. Yeah, and then Elektra, I guess Elektra is more meaningful than those people, but at the same time, it's like I'm not really attached to that. She's not really like a sexy. I mean, ironically, she probably is sexy, but she's not really a sexy bad guy. You know what I mean? Like I don't care as much. Like
like the Vulture. I understand.
Oh God! But at least the Vulture had Michael Keaton being a G.
So it's the same thing.
Nah, it's not, because you know what? There's no awesome car scene. If there was an awesome car scene with Elektra, I would have been like, yo, Phil, you need to watch this shit.
I'm not going to the movies to see a scene. I just find that scene on YouTube later.
It's good, man. I'm telling you, you ain't watch that shit in context. But anyway, yeah, like, so there's no meaningful bad guy. Like, the Hand, anytime the Hand was in any of these Netflix shows, they're not meaningful enough. It's just like this big, terrible organization I should be afraid of for God knows why. They're so scary that Robert Downey Jr. over here could give a shit about them. even though they're like world destructing society or some bullshit. Like even they're basically Illuminati, but yeah, they're not sexy bad guys at all, man. And honestly, like it feels like maybe it's because it's 8 episodes, but a little fragment of everybody's world is kind of in here, but because they're fragments, nothing really feels whole, you know? Um,
Hmm.
to me, Cades gets over the most because Cades gets to do his full abilities. My friend said he liked Jessica Jones best, but he said because she's a smartass. And so Jessica Jones came off well as a smartass, but honestly, like as a superhero, she didn't get to do much. I had like to me, I'm like, yo, there's no difference between her and Cades. I don't recall if she's bulletproof like that, but I'm like, she punched somebody, that boy's getting bopped. You know, like they're kind of the same. Like if anything, Cade should be more indestructible than strong. You know, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, like um. She doesn't, to me, come off as strong. There's one scene where she gets to hold an elevator because maybe they're like, well, we better have her do something. But they kind of let her down, I think, if you're a Jessica Jones fan. Like, she gets over with her attitude, but her
So there's not a
powers.
lot of comic booky good action fighting in
I
this.
think, yo, the way, like, Daredevil is probably, like, the epitome of action for all these things, there probably wasn't a scene here. The way, like, the Daredevil series has always had a scene.
Well, Daredevil also uses his powers, so it makes sense in Daredevil. It's not like he doesn't.
What powers? The
Not his
earnest?
powers,
Yeah.
but his ability to how his senses are.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just more
yeah.
sensitive to them, and he can use them to essentially, basically see and do all
He,
sorts of cool, crazy things.
yeah, like, to me, that, like, there was no really.
Those are his powers. They're not superpowers. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. I
in a
mean,
sense, but they're so his
the
powers.
cool, crazy thing that is the show, the idea of all four of them being together and fighting at once. That's the cool, crazy thing they're selling. Because there is no cool moment like, oh my God, this happened, or oh wow, that's amazing. Um, yeah, it's just not there. And then the bad guys aren't there either, man. Like I said, I hope we're done with the hand. Like those guys aren't strong. Like, and then no, we need to stop splitting up surprise bad guys in the middle because the story is usually built around one person that you're so attached to that person that when they replace them with someone else, they don't have any reason for you to care. You know, like why do I care about Elektra? At least has background from the other show, but it's like,
It's also based on comic books too. So like, it's not like comic book plots or are very
some of
like
them are,
maybe
some of them
maybe
are.
later, not the majority.
Yeah,
They
of
are
course, but some of the
they
legendary
they
ones are.
are
Um,
they are, but they're
but
still
check it,
like newer ones like Civil
but
War,
check it.
obviously, all
Net
sorts of crazy.
the Netflix pattern was originally one bad guy, one good guy, and we riding for 13, and just they just stopped doing that. I guess Daredevil season two.
But I'm sure plenty of times in the comic books you get surprise. It wasn't really so and so. It's really so
Yeah,
and
but
so
I mean, like, but
because the
there isn't.
secret master bad guy cheesy plan
I get that, but
is.
in the comics, there's not a limited, unless it's like a limited series run. You know, a lot of these things are endless, so there's always time to do more. There's always time to tell some story later. Here, there's not. It's limited. It's 13 episodes. It's 8 episodes. It's like, yo, you got to use your time effectively. If it's a movie, it's 2 hours. So like, don't be throwing some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, come with the real. The comics, they get to shoot infinitely because not only have they had so many shows, but they have so many runs and shows, so many issues at this point. And then everybody, if you're famous, Spider-Man gets 5 comics a month. You know what I mean? But maybe not today, but he did at one point. But here it's like, yo, we only got one show. Like, we better pick the good one. Let's not just pick.
Well, I don't think that makes it good or bad. A lot of comic books are cheesy. I don't know about newer ones.
Yeah,
I
no,
know
but the
the comic
Netflix
books
is
that I
not aiming
have.
for cheesy. That you
Well,
you
it's
you at
aiming
least.
for. Well, see, it's not cheesy, but they're aiming for. It's still a comic book show
And it's not
at the
aiming
end
at
of the
kids
day.
either, like the movies are,
What does that have to do with it? It's aimed towards comic book people who like the Marvel
Well,
universe.
I
What
don't
does
think
this
it
kids have to
is.
do with it?
I don't think it is anymore. That's
All
why
right.
it's all gritty and mature. Because that way you can get the mainstream because it doesn't seem so.
No,
That's
what's
why it's
gritty?
real. That's why it's quote
What's
unquote like
what's
real. Like,
gritty about switching the bad guy at
oh
all?
no, no, the
You're talking about
vibe of
something
the
completely
show,
different.
the vibe of the show.
You're
I'm
talking
just
about something, but it's still it's still based off of a comic book, and all those elements are still in it, or should be in it.
But like,
No,
I think it goes back. I think it's less comic that's a comic book technique, and more that seems way more like this is TV show 101. And like just like we were talking about, like this is the new skin. Comic book is the new skin. Like now these shows feel like a skin on a TV show now. It
well,
feels
that's why I don't watch the shows. But what I'm
yeah.
saying is, it's not like anything done in the movies is new because it's already
It's
been
not,
done.
but the
It's been
spirit,
coming from the comic
but the
books.
spirits seems way more truer there than some of these later shows have become. You know, like the spirit of the character. You know, it seems way more in line.
Overall, but I'm just talking about the plot mechanics
Yeah,
being comic booky.
I mean, my complaint is not that that's comic. I think you said it that you said you're justifying it by saying it is comic book. My complaint is like, as a viewer, you're like you're not attached to this secondary bad guy at the last minute because you spent so much of your time. Like if this show is 8 episodes and you spent 6 of them building up Sigourney Weaver and now magically it's Elektra time. I mean, like that's cool, but now we got 2 episodes and I'm not invested in this character. You know, I would have had to seen Daredevil season 2, and then you better hope I like that shit.
You know, you're a hardcore
Like,
show watcher. Like, I
yes.
mean,
And
so
and Cage is even worse. Cage was
what
even
experience
worse.
would you get that having that happen in a comic book?
Had it happen and what experience? You might get the
Like
same
a
thing,
plot twist.
but
Like, are
depending
you
like unless
just
it's a
upset by
special,
that technique in
but look,
general that they take away the
unless
character
it's
you like?
but unless it's a special run, there is no man. There's only 13 issues. It's just
No, so
gonna
you
keep
just
going,
don't.
so you can
You,
eventually get invested in that character too. But here, when you do that shit at the end of the show, there's no time to get invested in this guy. You know what I mean?
well, how does the show end?
It's so yeah, so you know they get in the dragon, right? Everybody's fighting everybody, all kinds of shit. You know what's the most surprising thing? Unless this is a comic book thing I didn't know about, but Misty Knight, the cop. Again, this is spoilers, yo. If anybody's hearing this shit, you shouldn't be here. But Misty Knight got not that yeah, you didn't watch the show, but she's a black female cop on Cage. She's in here, but she got her arm chopped off by one of the hand people, Bakudo. Um, that surprised me because I'm like, does that mean she's just gonna get like a Full Metal Alchemist arm? Like maybe she has that, and I just never noticed because you know it's Misty Knight. That's not exactly who I've been following in the comics, but that surprised me. I just didn't see that coming. That was the only surprise. But anyway, everybody's fighting everybody. Um, this dragon is like in the middle. It's underground New York, like super deep in like the core of New York, and somehow they were gonna destroy the entire New York City somehow in ways that may have been explained, but I don't know if they were exactly. But yeah, like some type of volcanoes, tremors of earthquakes was gonna destroy all of New York. So they're in the center of the earth, but in the New York portion where this dragon is collecting the substance. Everybody's fighting everybody. Um, everybody. I'm trying like, why is that? Okay, so they go to rescue Iron Fist. All right, so yeah. So now they're running away because they needed Iron Fist to open part of that.
I mean, what does it end
Hold
definitively?
hold
I
on.
don't need to necessarily hear the plot of what
Yeah.
happened.
They're running away, right? But Daredevil stays because Elektra is the leader, and that's his girl and stuff. So he's like, nah, man, Elektra's still there. I got this. So everybody runs away. Daredevil fights Elektra, and they blow up the building. Because that's what New York wants is another 9/11. So they blow up the building so that it can like close that hole in New York. Um, but yeah, so Daredevil and Elektra and I guess a lot of the Hand get buried under there. Um, and that's essentially the end. They show at the end though Daredevil wakes up in some like nun area, and since they don't really show what happened, I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, that's the end pretty much.
Huh.
Iron Fist looks to be like at the end it looks like he took over Daredevil's like character though, because he's like, man, that dude really loved New York. All he kept talking about was like his final words to Iron Fist was like, yo, protect my city, and shit like that. So at the end of the show, he's doing the
Why? Where does Daredevil go?
oh, he stayed behind, like, cause like this cave or whatever was gonna collapse, so everybody's running away, but Daredevil stays behind because of Elektra. Like,
Oh, so he was rescued
no, Daredevil stays
basically at the
behind
end.
while this
No,
cave
well,
is
he
gonna
wakes up in
collapse.
some nun place, you say. So he
Yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah.
was
They just don't
recovered.
show it, which is
Yeah.
fine. But my problem is, if he wakes up there, I need everyone else to wake up there too. And I really don't want any of those people to be on this show anymore. I don't want no more Hand. I don't want no more Elektra even. I don't really need that in my life. That would make more sense. Um, she should probably still. I don't know, but it's just like if he's gonna live, why doesn't everybody else live? That's the only
Maybe
thing.
they do. I mean, you don't know
But I
yet,
don't want them
obviously.
to because they're bad. They're not exactly
See, but
exciting.
then
They're
but then
not.
that would make sense for the plot
It
twist as
wouldn't,
well.
or would it? I don't know. But I don't know.
Because now they're the bad guy, right? Now we transition to them, and we just transition and
Well,
transition
anyway,
because
I
it's
was just saying like Iron Fist seems to be like takes on Daredevil's character because he's standing on the rooftops now. He can't hear like Daredevil here in the city, but he's glowing his fist. And I don't know, maybe that's in
yeah.
sonar or
No, all
something.
right, cool. You're taking a take as a superhero pose. I don't even know if that's whatever.
But yeah,
Cool.
that's pretty
Everyone
much how the
stands
show
on the
ends.
ledge
Yeah,
and looks cool. Spawn, Batman,
yeah,
for
yeah,
no
yeah.
reason. No reason. Yeah.
Well, no reason, yes, but like I said, like it looks like he's taking on Daredevil's character in the sense that like maybe it's time for because he's kind of a bitch on his show and
I mean, he's gonna defend New York.
yeah, because he's kind of been a bitch in his show and he's a bitch in this show too. So like maybe he will stop being a bitch is like what it seems like. He's not really exactly trying to rescue New York. He's always been like, yo man, my family, or like, yo, the Hand, I must destroy it. He's just always mucking around and shit.
Where's he gonna rescue New York from?
I don't from motherfuckers who be bothering New York. I don't know.
It sounds like there's no reason to care about any of this.
Like, yeah, no, like
That's what I'm
I
getting out of
wouldn't
all this.
see like I wouldn't see like this show is not as bad as Iron Fist. Nowhere near that. It's okay. It's fine. Like if you like this stuff, it's fine. But I wouldn't recommend it to no one either. Like unless
Especially not me. This
yeah, no, you don't
sounds
need to see this.
absolutely not up
I
my
can't
alley.
even think of one scene that you would need to see. Like in terms of this, I would only advise you to see Daredevil season 1, 2, and Jessica Jones, and then you probably don't need to see anything else ever again. Like
Yo, also, Daredevil's probably the only character out of all of them that I'm like
that you liked before any of
most
this too.
familiar with, and that
Yeah,
I liked before. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? From my dad telling me about
Oh
Daredevil
well,
and
there's
stuff.
Punisher
So
too.
no, I'd be more interested. I'll check Punisher out because I actually like the Punisher.
Yeah, this him. He's the
This
mistake.
isn't gonna be awesome, and you're gonna give me obscure characters or like not as popular characters, and it's gotta be
This
super.
show is the first one to be 8 episodes too, so my guess is maybe Punisher won't be 13. It will
I don't
probably
care as
be
long as
less. And maybe
I don't care as long as it's good.
yeah, no, maybe that's for the best because the one of the complaints I heard about Jessica, you didn't really hear it about Daredevil as much. Maybe season 2, but not in season 1. But one of the complaints has definitely been like, well, maybe there's just too much because maybe some of these
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, they can make Daredevil 3 episodes for all I care, as long as it's good. All that other stuff doesn't matter as long as the end product is good.
I wonder if I could look it up real quick. Like I'm just curious. Like, where did he wake up? Defenders ending. Cause
Because I mean, if you can fit a good story in 3 episodes, like good. Now that saves me time from having to watch 8 or 50.
yeah, yeah. Man, how is this a question? Is Daredevil really dead? First off, no, money. Second off, he's alive. If you just watch the show, he's not. He's not dead. Like all you gotta do is watch the show. Um, let's see who. All right, so who is Sister Maggie? Sister Maggie. Yeah, I don't know.
It just sounds boring
It
as
looks
hell,
like
though.
Daredevil lore. That's all it seems. Yeah, it's just
All
Sister
right.
Maggie is like more religious stuff for Daredevil. You know.
Okay.
Um, they hint at Cage and Jessica Jones maybe being like, yeah, maybe we didn't need to stop talking to each other. You know. Because they
Yeah.
get together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, sorry, like, man, like, but you know what's funny is like, I wonder what could have been had there been no Iron Fist. like, had there been no Iron Fist show and like they just had to do the fact, I wonder if the show could have been dramatically improved and different and better. I'm telling
Why?
you, well, because if you get no Iron Fist character and show, you don't get this extra hand. Cause yo, like now this is the third show to be like, yo, guess who's the bad guy? The Hand again. You know,
So who do you think the bad guy would have been?
the Hand, right? But still, but it would have been the second time. I might not be
So
as
you
angry. I
are
might
you
not
saying
be.
that this show is oh because it's the third time it's the hand?
And maybe it would have been like, yo, maybe the Hand. Like, damn, stop using these fucking actors, yo. Like, use some fucking pick some
Well,
real
people
good,
don't
or
want to
just
see the
like.
same
But anyway,
bad
like,
guy.
but also then like you would have had three heroes who are coming over better, like than Iron Fist is. And then they get more time, so maybe you have a better quality show overall, you
And
know?
so you just want the defenders to be three people instead of four.
Yeah, that guy's really bad, dude. Like he's a weak link, dude. Like he's really like dude, like you can argue like man, fuck. Like how Michael Jordan is important to the Bulls and stuff because he like makes that team matter. Imagine like the reverse power of that effect of what Michael Jordan has on teams. Like that's Iron Fist.
Uh, he brings everyone down. Everyone gets brought down.
Yeah, like it's
Jeez.
fucking hideous. Like it's disgusting. Your show
So,
sucks. Your fight scenes suck. Oh man, like
so the defenders is garbage, is what I'm getting out of this.
it's not Iron Fist trash. Like I that
That's
shit.
my that's the Kaiser's. I'm not gonna watch this review rating.
Don't watch
Is
this show, but you understand. Like you need a special category for just the show Iron Fist because that thing. They're leagues apart. Like let me tell you, those two shows are leagues apart.
no, not at all.
Here's another shit I watched. Batman Harley Quinn. Oh my
Oh, you
gosh.
watched the cartoon one?
Yeah, you don't need to see that either, dude.
Why? What is it? Just another? Is it just an episode of Batman? A
Yeah,
mature episode of Batman? That's what it looked like.
it's very mature, but yes, like,
Yeah,
um,
no, but it's like it's just a mature version of the cartoon that we like from back in
I
the
wish
day.
I had Danny for this, cause he seems to be very invested in that. But David told me this shit was fire, and I'm like, man, are you fucking kidding me? Are you?
Why? Just because it was like a mature spin on almost like the old cartoon, basically.
I don't know why he didn't tell me that. I was in Defenders. I was in the Defenders
I could
trap.
see that be a reason for it. Just like
David, I think he
that with on the nostalgic backdrop
David
of the
likes all of
old.
this a lot, and I think he doesn't get as pessimistic until he hears me talk, and then he's like, "Yeah, fair point." Like, and then, like I
I
kind of,
could see, having not seen it, I could see me thinking it's hot
I
just
don't
because
know, I don't know.
I've never seen a mature episode of what looks like the Batman
Did you not
cartoon,
see
like
that fart scene I sent you?
from
Oh, guess not. You didn't see it then. I sent you a
from what
scene.
from that.
Yeah, I sent you a scene in Messenger of Batman and Harley. I deleted her. Fuck, I would play it.
Yeah, no, I saw the scene. I saw it in the
Oh,
trailer.
where
It's
she
it's it's,
no.
it's
Oh, is it where she
in the.
farts in the car?
No,
And
I didn't see
this
that.
is the scene I'm telling you. I sent you the scene. I sent you. Batman, Nightwing, and Harley are riding in the car. She farts. She wants to go take a shit, but they won't let her. So she's like, "Dude, I'm warning you." But Batman's like, "Nah, man, we got to get to where we're going." So she just starts farting like real fucking loud, and Nightwing's like, "Come on, this is disgusting." And then Batman smiles and says, "Smells like discipline," because she's being too wild like throughout the whole
Mm.
show. But eventually, she just keeps farting. It's so bad that they stop at a gas station or something. But like, um, also,
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, it's in the movie. I don't know. Like I guess it's to show like the character of Harley versus the seriousness of Batman. Um, so there's a lot of that. Nightwing stumbles onto Harley first, and they fight, and Nightwing kind of could maybe have won, but Harley had like sniped him with Joker juice, and she's like, "Man, that's the only good thing I got from that guy." So he starts laughing uncontrollably, and she ties him up to a bed. Then he wakes up, and Harley was changing in front of him. So Nightwing's dick got hard, you know. And this is all in the this is all in the thing. So Nightwing's dick got hard, and she notices, and she's like, "Yo, it's been like 3 months, yo," and she turns off the lights, and like, then they have sex. Like they don't show that either, of course, but yeah.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's more mature, but then like also the bad guys of Poison Ivy and um, Wax Swamp Thing. Whatever we called that guy's name. What was his name? Planophore Man.
No.
Do you remember?
Oh, dude.
He's basically Wax Swamp Thing, and honestly, their plan is to pretty much Swamp
That
Thing
guy.
the Earth. Pretty much that's what they want to do. They want to do the same process that happened to Swamp Thing, but to the Earth,
Ego. Salute.
because it's for the trees.
Look,
So
look. What was bad about this though?
um, I
It's
guess
a mature episode of the Batman cartoon.
yeah, it's just more fun, and like those bad guys probably like aren't the ones for me. So like it's fine, but it's not. And like again, like I probably wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Like yo, you have to see this. Like yo, if you like this, cool, you can see it. But it's not dog shit or nothing. I mean, for what that show normally does, I guess it's probably more accurate than Defenders might have been to the spirit of their characters. But
Yeah, for a
what are you
mature
doing?
for an older
Stop.
audience.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I just don't think. Like to me, there's been better Batman stories in the animated form. Like just like Flashpoint. I would recommend to a lot of people, but I don't know if I'd recommend it this one. I'd maybe recommend it to Harley Quinn fans. Um, which is probably what this is for. It was for her to get over. So.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing
Oh,
shows up at the end. I like that they made him really godlike, cause like um, everybody stops fighting, and he's super big. He's like he's like Godzilla or something.
damn.
And he speaks in like kind of celestial language too. Like he's like he judges everybody and then says, "But it's not my place to judge." It's pretty funny. He's like, you know what? I know where you coming from, fake Swamp Thing. Your quest is noble, because these humans, they don't deserve this shit. They've been fucking with the green, since the day. It's like, so he's
That's what
almost like,
Swamp Thing said.
he's like on his side,
You're
He's
fucking
like,
with the game.
yeah, because everybody stopped, they bowed down and shit, and they were like,
He's like, I feel you, brother.
yeah, that's
This ain't the way.
that's
This
what
ain't the way. This ain't how trees.
yeah, he
This
said,
ain't,
look, I don't agree
this
with
ain't how
this.
trees get down.
He said, I don't agree with this, right? But you know what? This ain't my fight. It's like so. I'm gonna go back into the green. I still got more meditation, more becoming one. He's pretty much a monk. He's just like I still gotta become more one with the green. We ain't even there yet. I ain't even there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we as a people, we as a green people ain't there yet.
You know?
He raised the green fist and went back to the cave.
So Batman, Harley, and Nightwing are like, wait, what? Like you just gonna let him live and let him be? Because he just basically look, this ain't my fight. Y'all fucking around in my swamp. Just don't burn it down, and like we good. We alright. So then he leaves, and that was it. He just froze the fight for a second, judged everybody, but said, "I can't judge because that's not what we do." And then he just left, and then they went back to fighting. But then like it's a lot of slapstick because they pretty much get embodied by Baby Swamp Thing, by fake Swamp Thing. But then Harley's like, "Yo, anyone got a match?" And then the credits end, and then all you do is you see him running on fire, because they were like they couldn't beat him with force, they couldn't outsmart him because he's just too strong. But then they
It
were
sounds like it was supposed to be slapstick.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even just from the mature scene that you
Yeah.
were saying when it sounds like it was just
and
just
they just
comic.
light him on fire, and then he lost, and that was it. So
Huh, sounds interesting.
I like that version of Swamp Thing. Unfortunately, he doesn't really do much, but just talk. But there's this whole in certain interpretations of Swamp Thing, like that dude is a god, and he's like the most powerful. He's one of the most powerful things ever because he is Earth. You know, um, baby Swamp Thing in this thing, whatever his name is, fake Swamp Thing. He's like
Yeah, that guy's name is fucking.
he him and Poison Ivy, they wanted to get to the OG location of the origin of Swamp Thing, Louisiana, and but all the cops had to place around it. And he's like, "Look, this is the last I have." But it's like a
I
piece,
like that the origin of Swamp Thing is just Louisiana too.
the Louisiana swamps. Like, yeah, like,
Yeah, it's not like a mystical mountain or a
well,
mystic
like some
swamp,
crazy experiment went wrong, and
No, I
that
know. It's just
Louisiana
very.
water, because they were actually doing the experiment, but without the Louisiana water. They were like, one of the scientists told them, like, yo, this shit doesn't work. And I think the real reason is because Louisiana got that special sauce. It all goes back to sauce, just like Defenders.
I just like the fact that the godlike view's origin is just a
Louisiana.
city like Louisiana. Like, it could have been anything. It could have been, North Dakota. It would have been just as funny
But
to
I
me.
like that interpretation. I think, oh, man, the guy who wrote The Watchmen, Alan Moore, I think he is one of the people who I think made, or at least certified that interpretation of Swamp Thing of being like a G. Um, and it's one of these famous stories back in like 70s or 80s where it's Batman and Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing appearing in Batman's story, and it's because I think they arrest Swamp Thing's girlfriend, and he wasn't having that, so he takes over Gotham City.
Wow.
He
How does what?
he jungleifies like the
See,
whole entire city.
you be complaining about
You don't like
bad
that?
guys. You be complaining about bad guys switching. They arrested Swamp Thing's girlfriend, dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah, so Swamp Thing went off. He
What
was
does that
like,
even mean?
he
Who's
doesn't.
Swamp Thing's girlfriend?
Well, it's a human because Swamp Thing was a human before this.
How'd she get arrested? Why did she get
I don't
arrested?
remember. I mean, I can look it up if
Damn.
you must know, but I mean, like,
Swamp Thing got her drama. His girl, his baby moms got arrested.
so yeah, so like he
He just
jungleifies.
trying to stay green.
He
Jeez.
jungleifies like Gotham. He swamps Gotham, and like
Oh,
creatures and everything in there are like, and
goons.
Batman and all these people and all the cops try to do stuff, but at the end of the day, Batman had to negotiate with Swamp Thing because he was like, "Look, man, no matter what I do," he like told Gordon, like, "This guy seems to have my number," so he has to. They just give him back his girl, and he leaves Gotham alone. Don't fuck with
Damn.
me, dude.
What was she arrested for?
I don't know. I mean, if we can really try, like, if you really want to know that story,
I'm just saying, this is a wild story. Like, it's all
that's
over Swamp Thing's girl getting arrested.
Swamp Thing. I don't. It might not be arrested, but they had her in captivity for one reason or the other. Swamp Thing. More. Let's put girlfriend or something.
And well, this is,
Is it Abby Holland? Her name? Damn, this picture too is ridiculous. It's
I don't
like,
know who Swamp Thing's girlfriend
no,
is.
it's Abby Holland and her with husband
I
Swamp
didn't
Thing.
even know Swamp Thing had a. He's married. Wow, I didn't even.
He was a human, dude. He was a.
I don't think of that. I think of Swamp Thing.
um.
Swamp Thing don't got no wife. That don't even make sense.
Let's
Stop.
see. Once home. Let's see. Hold on. That created by the act of home life, supernatural, and rescuing Matt. Damn, I need to find more about this story. Swamp Thing succeeds in rescuing Matt and Abby from their captors' sadistic torture of them in Gotham City, and exacts revenge on his enemies, even confronting the Batman. Um,
Also, bad people had him.
maybe I don't know. It's been a while since I've like heard this story. Swamp Things. Okay, they were taken hostage by the Conclave, but Swamp Thing's response was kind of all of Gotham City. He didn't, like he just took over all of Gotham
Cops
City.
ain't doing nothing
Yeah,
about it.
he wasn't. Yeah,
Oh
he
man, what I'm
took.
supposed to do? You know? Gotta get my girl back. It's crazy.
If Batman ain't gonna get this shit,
But
settled,
like
like
Swamp Thing, look, man, budget cuts, fucking,
budget,
we just can't put that many resources.
saving your girlfriend's not in the budget.
Swamp Thing's at the police station, like, I ain't having it, dog. That's it. Red for the forest. Where's the goons?
But it's I mean it's all right. But yeah, like you just gotta understand like this ain't the story you see for the story. It's more a fun thing. It's a fun show.
Yeah.
I saw another thing. This is just Abe's reviews, like or not. This is just Abe complains really. But I saw and I regret seeing it. Baywatch. I saw.
Okay.
And I think I got tricked into seeing it because the Jumanji trailer. Like I was like, maybe this is what rock movies are. They're like funny and shit. Like so I watched it and I guess it's meant to be a comedy, but I mean,
It's one of those movies. It's like
it's
the
fucking
new version
it's whack.
of the American Pie movies. When
Yeah,
they,
you don't really need this. No one needs to see this, and I can't even if I can't even complain about it. Like as long as I complain about the other ones, it's not even like that good. Then like
yeah, I'm not into them, but I don't have high expectations for. That's like popcorn stuff.
yeah. I mean, so yeah, it's kind of whack. It's you know
All right, so
anything else?
uh,
Go, dogs, man.
now, so I watched this some movie trailers.
Oh,
They're remaking Death Wish,
you're remaking everything, dude.
and first off, Sonny Landon, rest in peace.
Oh yeah, that's
Salute
the
to the
homie
G,
died.
Billy. Yeah,
Yeah,
salute.
I shared that on our page.
Yeah, no, I shared it too, but just thinking of the action movies because Death Wish is obviously a legendary action movie. Charles Bronson,
Yeah.
the infamous train scene, but they're remaking it and it's got Bruce Willis in it.
Is that good or bad?
At first, I
That
was
sounds
watching the
like
trailer.
no.
And I was
That
like,
sounds like
"This." At first, I was just like, "Yo, this could be dope," but then like the trailer starts to make it look like almost like not comedic, but it's like a lighter tone because Death Wish is pretty dark, dude. Like
yeah.
all of it, but I don't know. I don't know how much you care for Death Wish. Death Wish is one of those
I
movies.
don't
It's
think
one
I've
of
seen it really, so
oh
I
my god.
can't even
Oh,
comment.
geez.
I can't.
Well, I haven't seen a lot of stuff too, but as an old head, I'm disappointed. Anyway, I don't really like the way that looks, but I don't know. I don't know why there's another Death Wish either, but they're making a 9/11 movie.
Are you fucking kidding me? First off, another one.
Making another 9/11 movie. Let me go to it. I know, like
Which
Whoopi Goldberg is in
oh
it.
god, what part is this gonna focus on?
It looked like they were in the elevator. I was.
Oh, okay, so
Let me-
9/11.
It's Charlie Sheen, Whoopi Goldberg,
Charlie Sheen, like the winning guy.
Charlie Sheen,
That's the winning guy, right?
Charlie Sheen,
Oh my gosh,
Whoopi Goldberg, and it looks like maybe it follows a group of people like that are in an elevator or something. I don't know. Let me. I have the trailer on. We can still talk a while, but yeah, they're making another 9/11 movie.
I wonder. Charlie. So I typed that guy in Google to try to find this movie. Charlie accused of passing HIV to gay lover during sex. It's just one of his top stories. Like shout out to Google. 9/11. Damn, it's actually called 9/11. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
So it sounds like you're describing to me. This will be like maybe the first movie told from the perspective of people in the building, you know, like because they did the airplane movie, I think, like real quick, the one
Oh,
of those
and then
Virginia
Nicolas
planes.
Cage.
Yeah,
Nicolas Cage was in one as the firefighter.
yeah. But it looks like 5 people find themselves trapped in an elevator.
Okay, so that's
North Tower. Yeah, so this will be one of the
that was
first.
right.
They try to escape before the unthinkable happens. Charlie, Whoopi, Gina Gershon. Used to like her back in the day. Um, Luis Guzman. Wood
Oh,
Harrelson.
Luis Guzman's in there. Yeah, he's in a bunch of movies too.
Yeah, yeah. Wood
He's a
Harrelson.
legend. He's a legend.
Oh, that's why I remember Louis in my head. He was on Drink Champs.
Oh, really?
Yes, he is.
Why is Luis Guzman on Drink
I
Champs?
don't know.
He deserves to be there. He's in Scarface, Carlito's Way.
Oh, yeah,
He's not in Scarface. He's in Carlito's Way and a bunch of other hood movies.
he's
So.
in the other part of hip hop history.
Yeah, he's in the cinema area.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's a funny guy, though.
Yeah, no, he's on Drink Champs. He was at the end of like the season.
I'd be interested to see that one. That's an odd. Noriega and Luis Guzman just sounds like nonsense.
Yeah, nah, cause they're all funny.
They're both idiots.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
they're
know,
both absolute idiots. Absolutely.
So as they keep drinking, it's gonna get dumber and dumber.
Um, the other thing is it. I don't think this is a new trailer. And I think I've seen all of them. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for horror. I want to see it, but it looks like it's just going to be a revamped. What do they call it when they remaster things? You know what I mean?
Remake?
Not remake. It is a remake, but what I'm saying is it looks like it's going to be the exact same thing. But
Oh, and they shoot it scene for scene?
I don't know. It just looks like it's going to be. It doesn't look like anything new is going to be in it, which is, whatever. But
Didn't they do that Yeah, no, continue.
I mean, it's new actors and new everything, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if it's just literally the old It with new looking things and characters, and who
yeah, I saw
cares?
that
You know,
trailer
I don't want
in
to
the
see
theater
that.
finally. Yeah, so you're not interested? I feel like a lot of people
I'm
are.
gonna see it. I'm gonna see it, but I feel like it looks like it's just gonna be the old It, but with new character, just shot in 2017 or whenever they shot it.
Well, it wasn't a movie the first time, right?
It was a TV miniseries.
Yeah, so
Other than the book, obviously.
yeah. I don't know, a lot of people are hyped for it. But I mean, like, a lot of people don't have our complaints like we do. like a lot of people just want to enjoy themselves. Escapism, you know? Shout out to good hip hop.
Shout out to good hip hop. Jeez.
The undertones. The undertones.
There's another trailer here I wanted to see, but yeah, none of the things that caught my eye looked very, very good, and none of the other things I see here
Oh, how about this?
look very interesting.
Do you want to talk about Moviepass, and maybe that'll be the last thing?
Yeah, let's go into.
Movie
Did you
Pass
figure it out?
All right, so I'm
Let's explain what Moviepass is.
Moviepass apparently has existed since 2009 or 10. But
Apparently,
I know, but Moviepass is just like everything else. You pay per month. However, only since last Tuesday, you pay $9.99 a month, and you get to go to the movies. The real movies, not Netflix, not your house.
the movie theater.
Yeah,
the
you get
actual
to go
movie
to the
theater.
actual movie theater. There are some rules. You only get to go once. Here's
Per
one.
day?
Yes, once per day.
Okay.
One of the tech that you proclaimed to me, I answered it. That's why I sent you the link. I'm trying to pull it up. But one of the tech that you were like, oh, now I can see movies again and again. No, you cannot. You can only see like one movie. Like you can only see the movie once. I'm sorry.
You get to go for one unique movie. You can only watch one movie once.
Yes.
A unique movie. Okay.
Yeah. So, but basically, it's just Netflix for the movie theater. $9.99 a month.
That's still not bad.
No, it's a great deal. It's not bad. It's a great deal. Assuming that it works as smoothly as it sounds, it's a great deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, like it's a great deal. Like, I think at that price range, unless you're one of those people, because these people do exist out there. I only like 2D movies. I don't care to watch things in 3D. I don't care to watch IMAX. Um, the
Yeah, but it
only
pays for itself after one
but
ticket
look, but
because
yes,
it's
but
basically getting a ticket on discount.
yes, but this Movie Pass only works for 2D movies. So anybody who's like me that you only see 2D movies, you can almost argue that it's a sin to not have this thing, like, because now you're just hurting yourself. Because there is not one ticket that I buy that's 9.99. Maybe if I go in the daytime, I'm not, but I rarely do.
There's a few spots probably around
There must be
everywhere where
some,
you
but not
can,
here.
you know,
Not that I go
there's
to.
a low spot.
Not at night.
Some
Not at night. Not maybe
look,
matinee.
look, you can't get everything you want, dog. Come
Yes,
on.
you can. But anyway,
Oh, you
but
don't have it.
all
Look
right,
at this.
but if you're like that guy who does need IMAX or 3D, then maybe this isn't for you, and you need to keep paying a lot more money than this. But 9.99. I mean, like, it's kind of like, the ending of this article is kind of interesting though. Like, AMC theaters does support this like movie, because see, that's the weird thing. It's a third party company. Unlike Netflix, you go to Netflix, they show you their shit. Even though they are a third party company too, you're going to Netflix. So, but you're not going to AMC, you're not going to Regal, you're not going to Draft House. You're going to this third party company. They give you a debit card or like some special credit
Oh
card,
yeah, yeah.
and you pay them 9.99, but anytime you want a ticket, you use this card, you know? And AMC has said it does not believe that MoviePass has a sustainable business model and says it will eventually go out of business. Though, um, the theater's chain concern is that by the time that happens, people will have gotten used to paying just a few dollars per movie and will stop going to movies altogether because of the higher prices. So, they,
Oh, so they're just hating
yeah, because
because
they're gonna downgrade the price, and they don't want to go down.
they're going to
They
change
want,
the economics. Yeah.
but AMC does work with this, I believe. And here's the weird thing, because as I guess one of the CEO himself of MoviePass is defending it. Here's the business model, or peek at it. The fascinating thing is that we use a MasterCard debit card. We pay full price for the tickets we buy. I could keep reading more, but I'm like, well, how do you make money? Like, that's weird. Like, I don't know if this is a ploy to get a bunch of customers, because before they were paying $50 a month, so that's how they make money. It's $50 a month. But now that everybody's paying 10, I guess they assume that enough people are rust that they'll still be able to make too much money. Is the only thing I can think of.
Hmm.
But yeah, it says
I don't know.
they pay the full price for the tickets we buy. Like, that kind of means they're not really.
They got to be making something else has to
Because
be
we were
going on.
talking about, yeah, they have to be doing discount, but they said we comply fully with the rules of MasterCard, and AMC has signed agreements with both their credit card processor. To comply with all the rules, they would essentially have to not take MasterCard in order to block us. I don't think you can cancel that agreement without severe penalties. So, but yeah, it's weird. So I'm like, how do you guys make money if you guys are paying full price? So I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see if that pops up with anybody. Because honestly, I've only seen 2 people talk about it online too, even though it's kind of been like a trending thing. There's only 2 people that I know, like, that I've seen it on my feed. But yeah, I mean, it sounds good on paper, assuming that it works. Actually,
Yeah, I mean,
I should
that whole
check.
setup's a little janky, but if it works, then yeah, for $10, I mean,
Here, somebody on Reddit, because they don't have a website to check if MoviePass works. Somebody on Reddit made it. They have the app, so because they want you to get to that phone. But I'm checking me. Huh. That's pretty badass. So every theater I kind of go to, it does work for us. So it's like, fuck. Like Santikos, even some of the whack ones. Uh,
that.
I'm trying to think, is Cinemark like a dollar theater?
I've
Because,
never even heard of that.
well, no, but I mean, this theater in particular, I feel like this is a dollar movie theater. I could be wrong. But if this is the dollar movie, like, that's fucked up, because then you're almost getting You can almost argue those movies are relatively free because if you're going to see the normal movie at $10 and then you go see a $1 movie, like first, yeah, like yeah, that's pretty good value. And you get Draft House, which I told you, like for people here, that's honestly that's the one you want. But you only get is it only one Draft House
What
or
is
is
Draft House? Movie theater chain?
yeah.
Okay, in Texas.
Yeah, and that's a bad man chain for us here. That's literally one of the few things I'm gonna miss when I move here. Is that
Mm.
like, but man, it's like I'm like I mean I feel like I shouldn't where
You
I'm
should
at.
get the movie pass.
Yeah, like I feel like I should get it, but I'm like man, I don't know if I deserve it right now because you know my
What does
income
that mean? What are you
situation.
talking about?
But
Yeah, but if you're gonna keep going to movies, then you
yeah,
might as
exactly.
well.
I should get the movie pass. Yeah, like it's like a
Why are
sin.
people listening? I'm sorry, people got that's listening to this guy debate why he should. It's a clear choice. Look, all right, let's take a poll. Do a Twitter poll on whether or not
Hashtag boosh
Bush
buy
should
movie
get. Yeah,
pass. Hashtag.
should Bush get the movie pass?
But yeah, man.
He should obviously get it.
There's some other crappy stories I will skim through real quick.
Some other crappy stories.
Well, Suge Knight, after 21 years, Suge Knight finally reveals the two people who killed Tupac.
Oh my god.
He also admitted who the real target was. He signed the affidavit or something. Knight has now Steph blah blah blah.
What does
Several
this say you're
sources
playing?
have reported that an officially signed affidavit.
I can hear you playing that.
Oh shit, my bad. Let me, because I don't hear it. I have it
Everyone's
off. My bad.
yeah,
But yeah,
that's all in there. All right. Anyway, what started over? What are you saying?
so Knight he signed an affidavit that said that Reggie Wright Jr. and his ex-wife Sarifa were behind the murder of Tupac.
Wasn't that dude's name already Reggie White? That name sounds bad.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure he was mentioned in a lot of these documentaries, but I don't it's never really confirmed, or at least confirmed by him. So I guess that's the thing. Like Knight is confirming this. However, he says that they were trying to kill him, not Tupac, because Poole believes because because they wanted to gain control of Death Row Records. Um, Knight seconds these claims as the salient points of the new Tupac assassination. Okay, there's a new documentary. I guess that's why they're talking about this. But yeah, he says that they wanted to take over Death Row, and then explains their ties. But yeah, that was it. That's it for that story.
I feel like
Wait.
is that guy dead? Or they what? Like I don't know. He's not even credible in some. It's like people probably aren't even taking this serious or anything.
Yeah, at this point, because I mean Tupac, it's
Yeah,
not. It's been a while. Here's the other thing. Jabba the Hutt Star Wars movie in
I saw
development.
that. What is that? What is that? You want that? Is that what you summoned up?
In
Is
the
that what the people
dusty
want?
heat of Twin Sun Tatooine lives the wealthiest gangster in 100 worlds, master of a vast crime empire and keeper of a vicious flesh-eating monster for entertainment and disposal of his enemies.
We need to start
Bloated
taking polls for
and
the people.
sinister, Jabba the Hutt might have made a good joke if he weren't so dangerous. A cast of soldiers, spies, assassins, scoundrels, bounty hunters, and pleasure seekers have come to his palace, and every visitor to Jabba's grand abode has a story. Some of them may even live to tell it.
I don't
So,
know. I don't even.
supposedly, I think Yoda and Obi-Wan as well were in talks to. Okay. The original report mentioned Lucasfilm was developing movies. Not this year. So these things
Oh.
aren't necessarily going to happen. They're just developing them. So Jabba the Hutt, yes, but also
They're
Boba
doing the
Fett.
solo characters
Yeah,
now.
Boba Fett and Yoda.
They're reverse engineering the universe.
Yes. Yo, stop. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, one, we should start doing polls. And staff.
Yeah, man.
Facebook. We should start doing polls.
For
Ask people
sure.
what they think of some of these things. Polls are coming up, people. Let's hit. You gotta hear what the people think.
Mm.
As far as that, I don't know. That could be dope. It could be. Honestly, I'm kind of neutral actually
I
on
mean,
the
right
Yo
now,
movie.
and we'll see, because the Han Solo movie has had a lot of ups and downs in terms of talk, in terms of stories coming out. But right now, the Solo movie, I mean, not that Rogue One's a Solo movie, but I guess the offshoot movies, the movies not pertaining to the saga, right now, that's the better movie, you know. So you never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of neutral. I kind of, and it's an opportunity to tell, obviously, like a story or some things that we haven't seen. So it could be very fresh,
Yeah.
you know. But obviously, there's always going to be a little JJ drizzle all in there somewhere, you know.
Well, yeah. I
But
mean, just the fact we're going back in time telling their movies, that's all
yeah,
just.
exactly. But I don't know. That could be. I don't know about Jabba the Hutt. I don't know if I care for a Jabba the Hutt movie,
My
but
friend responded that, yo, if they just make this like a Godfather movie, but with the skin of Jabba the Hutt, like this could be the shit.
it could be okay. Yeah, look, anything could be made good if they spin it right. At first glance, nobody's. Why would I go see a Jabba the Hutt? Why is he even getting a movie?
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds like a joke, but like, who knows? Maybe it won't be. But I think that might be it. Should we do song of the week and call it?
Yeah, you want to? I mean, hold on.
Hold on. You got a mystery one?
The only way I could see a Jabba the
Oh, you're
Hutt
not done. Let's
movie
go. Let's
being
go in. Let's
interesting
go in depth on Jabba. Let's go in depth.
is just because his character is just like that. Just a gateway to stuff. You know what I mean? He's just like
Yeah, yeah.
got his hands in all sorts of stuff. So maybe some of the stories and like it could be some interesting stuff from his perspective, honestly.
Yeah.
Being that he has his hands in all these different things. So it's just like, what did things look like from him perspective? Because he probably dealt with a lot of, things. I don't know. Could be interesting. At first glance, though, I don't know. Song of the week. What's your song of the week? What's your song of the week? I don't know about this Jabba the Hutt thing. Has me disturbed. Not sure what to think about this. Uneasy.
So my homie Mar44, that's his artist name. That's not his real life name, of course. But my homie Mar44 put out a 5-track EP album. It's called Better Late Than Never. His girlfriend today pointed out that "then" is spelled wrong, THEN, in
No.
terms of the context. But hey, man, I said that he should be overjoyed at that, because that's like true stoner talk. Um, considering the song that I'm choosing off that album is "Can I Smoke Your Good Weed?" Period. That's the song of the week for me.
Can we play that?
I probably could, because I know him, but I don't have it hooked up to record audio, so no.
All
I could
right.
play it for
What's
you,
it?
but no one
Wait.
would hear
What's
it.
what's it called?
Can I Smoke Your Good Weed? It's on Spotify if you want to hear it.
Can I smoke your good weed? Okay.
It's a beat, so it's not. Don't expect any lyrics or nothing. But I mean, like,
All right.
the
Okay.
other two songs I liked. There's 5 songs, but I mean, I like 2 other ones, but I'll leave those for another day, I guess. But
Okay.
yeah, yours?
Song of the week. Huh. I feel like I've been listening to the same
Oh, we doing
few
mountains? Or no?
songs
I was like,
during the week. No, but I did hear something. I'm gonna throw this in there just for what it was.
yeah.
Popped up, random on Spotify. Onyx Slam.
Oh,
Da, da, da.
slam. Da, 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 da,
And I was
da.
listening to the Sticky
For the
Fingers, just
boys,
like
be
yo,
boys.
the beat, just like the whole style, just like that older school,
Mm.
that sound,
Yeah, yeah.
that gritty sound.
That
So
don't
yeah,
exist no
Onyx
more.
Slam, song of the week, very random throwback song that came on,
Mm.
but it was a delightful treat. Delightful treat.
Delightful treats. I feel like one of them or some of them were on Drink Champs at some point too.
They probably were.
Yeah. I don't know if all of them, but I feel like some of them have been on Drink Champs. But yeah, man, that's it. Any last words?
Hmm.
Mm. The New York
Last
Moons.
words. Last words.
Damn
No.
it, David, keep your phone on so we can fucking do this podcast with Tyler the Creator review. That's the last words.
Last words. D Fresco, you suck. D Fresco, come on. We're waiting for you
To
to
be
listen
fair,
to Tyler,
honestly,
the
I
creator.
don't cooperate. He always asks me like, "Yo, man, you free tonight?" And I'm always like, "Maybe." I can't really schedule.
We're just messing with your D Fresco.
Like,
There's always like personal attacks on D Fresco on the show that and he like listens to it.
yeah,
He's a good sport.
that's it.
Last words.
That's it. That's it. It's over. That's it.
Eat healthy. No,
Yeah, eat healthy. There you go.
eat healthy.
All right.
And as always, if you didn't like it,
No,
whatever.
because bake that
No?
chicken, smoke that turkey. Now you can say that.
What? What? I don't even know what just happened, folks. All right. If you didn't like that, whatever. Yeah, if you didn't like whatever he said, whatever.
Yeah.